welcome to week 5 of Adventures in Competing. To be honest, this past week I have been totally out of it and totally unmotivated, which is pretty horrible considering it's really my first week on calorie deficit, and I don't know, I haven't really been feeling it all that much, which gonna have to dig down deep in this week and see if I can make myself feel better about everything. This week in my density training, it was the heaviest week, so I was basically doing a superset of 6 sets of 6, and then another superset of 8 sets of 8, and then another superset of 10 sets of 10. And I had that mixed with starting a calorie deficit, and I've also added cardio to my regime in the last 2 weeks. So I kind of didn't take my own advice where I normally start. I add one thing at a time very slowly, whereas this week I kind of set myself up for failure by throwing everything at myself at once. So anyways, I'm hoping that I'll feel better this week. I've added some carbs back to my diet, and the density of my workouts is also going down for my plan this week as well. So hopefully this week I'll feel like I have more energy, because I've just basically gone to the gym in the morning and gone to work and get home, and that's basically the end of my day. I just haven't had anything in me to do anything else. I've just been extremely tired. So there's definitely phases like this that you're gonna go through if you decide to go into prep, but you just have to pick yourself back up and make a new plan and basically change things up based on how you're feeling. And I know what I did this week isn't going to work for 8 weeks, so I have to change something. So the carbs are going up first, and the intensity of my workouts are going down a little bit. Hopefully with the extra carbs I'll have the energy I need. And I'm thinking one other thing, possibly it could be in Calgary. It's extremely hot compared to normal this past week, and myself and heat do not mix. Like I don't like sunny vacations or anything like that. I hate being in the heat. So that could be part of what's wearing me down as well. So anyways, we'll see how this week goes, and I'll let you know how the changes went next week. But one of the things I wanted to talk about this week was picking a show to compete in, if that's what your plans are. And basically my first time around, it had a little bit to do with doing research on which federations. I wanted it to be close to home. I didn't want my first competition to cost an arm and a leg with travel and hotel and like a big huge show and like needing a costume, and like some shows you like end up costing you a lot of money by the end, so you really have to be prepared for how much this costs. So my first show I competed with the NPAA, and they're basically just in Western Canada right now. They do some shows in Vancouver and some in Calgary, and I think that's it. The promoters, or the presidents of the federation, are amazing. So I knew that they'd be fun to compete with, and especially for the first time around, they're really well organized, and I had volunteered for them a couple times in the past as well, so that I had kind of a good idea what to expect. And it was local, and also the timing of the competition worked out for me. It was basically, I didn't want to give myself too much time after I had my daughter to get back into shape, but I also wanted to have a pretty tight timeline, because I wanted to show that, you can get your body back fast if you want to put the work in. So basically the competition was 10 months after my daughter was born, so I thought that was a really good time to give myself enough time, but not too much time to kind of get comfy, and like I had to basically get right at it as soon as I was given the go-ahead from the doctor. And so the timing of the competition was perfect for me, and also the entry fees weren't crazy expensive to get in, so that's definitely something I was looking into for my first show. And what are some other things I considered? It didn't need a costume round. It basically just had a T-walk and a comparison round. So all I needed was one bikini, and so that kind of helped with the cost as well. And it was local, so that was great. I was able to, you know, get tanning and hair and makeup and all that kind of stuff done with local people that I already knew. And yeah, so that's basically how I picked my first competition. And another way that you could determine is, I know I've done a lot of searching through different federations on YouTube, and watching the girls who place in the categories that I want to compete in, and deciding based on the results of those shows whether they are looking for what I want to look like. I don't want to make myself look like what they want me to look like. I'm doing this as basically, I entered the competition as motivation to get myself where I wanted to be. So I picked a federation based on the girls that were winning looked exactly what I wanted, exactly my motivation for working out. These girls are what I wanted to look like, and I wanted to be a part of. So so basically, that's something you can look into too, because a lot of them, you know, the bikini girls come in a lot more lean than in a different federation where they just look like really pretty girls in bikinis. So so you can kind of put yourself in a category where you think that you will do well and that you will be proud of what the results are. So my second competition, I placed sixth, which isn't bad. I was happy with that, but the girls who won, it wasn't what I wanted to look like. So I was kind of happy that I didn't place, because you know what I mean? So that's a good way to choose where you want to be as well. My first competition, I placed second, and the girl who beat me, I think she looks amazing, and I want to look like her, and that's obviously what they were looking at for what they wanted to represent them. And so now I know I want to continue competing with them, because they strive for the same thing that I strive for. So that I find really important. And why did I choose the UFE for the next step? That's like another thing that you'd want to look into. Is it's a bigger show. I think I'm ready for that now. I'm ready for a little bit more fun with a costume and stuff like that. Still really well organized, and obviously Erica supports it, and I support her wholeheartedly in everything she does, because I just think she's a very motivational and amazing woman who has given me so much motivation to do what I've been doing the past year. So I really respect her opinion. But the main thing really is it's a bigger show, but it's natural. I mean, I've considered trying the WBFF, but I mean, I have a hard time gaining muscle, and I've been trying all summer to put on more muscle, and it's just that I think that's kind of why I'm not feeling totally into it right now, is I really don't think I've made any progress in that department. So I feel like I'm going to look a lot like I did last time, which I feel a little defeated, because I wanted to bring a better package this time, and I just don't have the time. But but I'm going to try and go for it anyways. But natural is really, really important to me, and considering how hard it is to build muscle, if you're in a federation that doesn't test for that, I just don't know how you can possibly compete with, like, I mean, you don't go in not wanting to place. I know that's not like my total goal to place. It's to bring a better package than I did last time and compete against myself. Of course, like, I mean, that's the most healthy way to go in it. But I still want to win, you know. Everybody wants to win, and if it's not tested and you're one of the few people that's not taking anything that's enhancing your results, it just doesn't seem like it would be worth all the hard work. Like, I can't say enough how hard it is. So that's one of the major things I would look into, is whether it's natural or not. And those are like my main things. But I mean, if you want to make a trip out of it, I'm doing that this time because I've made some amazing friends in Ontario, and I'm able to save some costs by staying with them and planning ahead and kind of making it a girls' weekend with a photo shoot and everything, and we're making it really fun. But just for a quick recap of how much you have to think of the money that's involved if you were to go somewhere else, like airfare, hotel, entry to the competition, entry to your categories, entry photos. Some do front of the stage and backstage photos, which is 2 different prices. And some federations like this one, you can get your judge's notes, which is more money, your suit, your hair, your makeup, your tan, your shoes, like things that you wouldn't even imagine, your food, your supplements that you're going to take along the way, your buying new clothes because you get too skinny, like you name it, it adds up and it adds up, and things that you don't even think of, you're just like, holy moly, like photo shoot after to prove that you've been that lean and hopefully, you know, enjoyed it, and if you never want to do it again, you have some memory of that. So it goes on and on and on. So make sure it's something that you really, really want to do. I can speak for myself because I've done it. You will feel so amazing when you're done. Like not very many people achieve it, and it's amazing thing to say that you've done, and you motivate lots of people along the way. And I can't say enough about what the experience was like, and especially for your first time. I think that's because this is my 3rd time. I'm finding it a little bit harder to get motivated. You're so excited the first time. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's what I think you have to kind of think about if you're planning on doing it, and also plan on not having a little bit of trouble of dealing with putting some weight back on after, but I'll definitely do a full post on post-competition, what to do type stuff. So yeah, I don't know how this happens every time, but this has gotten really long already. So I hope you enjoyed, and next week we will be talking about supplements and nutrition again. So hope you have a great week, and we will see you soon. Bye.